Hey everyone, so I recently found out about this case concerning this young man on my right, whose name was Jonathan Lewis, and he lost his life. I believe this happened November the 1st. But before I start, if you want, if you think that I'm going to show the video, even though I have a screenshot of it for real, but if you think I'm going to show the video of it, I'm not going to do that here. I'm sure you go find it somewhere else on social media and you could watch it to your heart's content, because there's one thing about watching something for context and to understand what happened, but some people literally be getting upset, oh, there's no video here, you're not showing, because that's what they like to watch, 5 videos. So this is not the video for you. Anyway, so this young man lost his life and he was predominantly attacked by black kids, even though some people say, oh, it was other races, okay, but it was predominantly black kids. And then it looked like it was, maybe he was Hispanic or another white kid. Maybe he was trying to break it up, and then somebody hit him, and he went run after them. It was disaster. But this young man lost his life, and a lot of them was on top of him. Because like I said, these kids don't fight fair. That's because that's one thing I told my kids: you ain't gonna fight. I don't care if people say, "Oh, somebody hit you, you hit them back." Yeah, that's when you was growing up. This is a different time. My kid's gonna live to see another day. You walk with it. I don't care what they say, call you this, call you that, but you're gonna live to see another day, because these kids don't fight fair. When you think you fighting this person and then boom, somebody else come and then all of them gang up on you and you could lose your life. Why is it worth it? It's not worth it. Anyway, so this is absolutely ridiculous. And the lead investigator, homicide detective, said that the video was void of humanity. And like that's what the Bible said. It says in the last days, people will be void of human affection. So that human affection that we have, that we naturally have, people are not gonna have that. So you have to be very careful these days. And then the fact that people are not raising their children, the children are just growing up, that just does not help the situation. And then even then, they don't even take advice. Some of these parents, because they know better, they know everything. You can't tell them nothing. You telling them a simple advice, they don't want to hear anything. So that's gonna really don't help the situation, because when you think you know it all, because I knew, me raising my children, I had a plethora of people that helped me, even tell me things that got on my nerves, that made me angry, but it helped my children in the long run. But now you can't tell these parents anything. You can't tell them anything. And then you have these kids that were, especially that spent all that time on online school during C-19, and they was on the internet all day. They on the internet all the time, and nobody's there. If they see certain things, nobody's there. They could reach out and say, Mommy, this is what I saw. Daddy, this is what I saw. Grandma, Grandpa. Nobody's there to explain it to them, to break it down. So it's in their developing mind, they just, absorbing negativity. Because one thing about these some of these social media apps, especially if they know you a certain age, they always feed the kids negativity. That's why you have to be careful giving your kids certain devices. But this young man lost his life for what? I heard it was like an AirPod and like a marijuana vape pen, because these kids vape a lot. These kids smoke way more than their parents, because like Pastor G. Greg always said, what the parents did in moderation, the kids will do in excess. These kids be coming to school, they be walking in school, think with weed. During school, they smoking weed because they can't wait. That's how addicted they are. And people like to use weed because it relaxes them, whatever excuses they make. Why you a kid and you need to be always relaxed 3, 4, 5 times a day? What you into? Because they into stuff they don't have no business doing, getting into in their young age, but they still doing adult activities. I blame the parents. When are people, when they're gonna deal with the parents? Because these kids are not being raised because nobody's telling them your your actions have consequences, because you could choose to do whatever you want to do. You could do whatever you want to do, but you can't choose the consequences. And then it's shameful that is when they get caught up in these stuff. And then these kids nowadays, they not getting, you know how we used to be getting in trouble a long time. You don't get in trouble, you get grounded. Some if you get, a whooping or whatever. But these kids are making decisions, they losing their lives forever, where they being buried at a young age or they going to jail. Their life is being altered because nobody is telling them you don't get to choose your consequences. You cannot choose the consequences, and you don't know what consequences you're gonna get. Now they already have 8 of them, I believe. They have identified 10 of them, but they got 8. So this boy died. So they're gonna charge them with whether it's manslaughter or whatever, but their lives are gonna be affected. Their lives are gonna be affected forever. Because what are we doing? We are raising followers. No, excuse me. These kids are growing up to be followers because they ain't being raised. Because if you were raised, you would know that, you know, you can't do what everybody else do. Sometimes you have to stand out. But nobody raising them, so how are they gonna do that? And you could get mad as much as you want when you see, different people saying, feral black kids, thuggish, but well, it was the truth because look at the video. Look at the video. That's what these kids that are growing up today, they are violent. The boys from the girls. There's no difference. There's no difference. And then they just doing all kind of stuff without even considering. They don't even stop to think that, ooh, my mom not gonna be happy. They ain't even scared of nobody. They ain't scared of their mama. They ain't scared of no principal. They ain't scared of the police. They ain't scared of nobody. That's not a good place to be in. For you not to be scared of nothing, nobody. You have a child that's scared of nothing, you in trouble. You might as well get your money ready, or be prepared, because that's not a good thing. But anyway, like I said, you can't tell them, you can't give nobody advice because they know everything. They don't want to hear nothing because they know better until they realize they don't know any better and they probably needed advice, but now it's too late because it can't help them anyway. This is crazy. So this young man lost his life. Whether he took the things for real or did not, if that one person who he took it from, because we don't even know what really happened. Okay, why you didn't deal with him? Why all of y'all had to gang up on him until y'all took his life? Because they used to doing that. They used to just ganging up on people. Like 5, 6 of them. It's supposed to be a one-on-one, and then all of them jump in. But this time, it wasn't like the other ones. This time, your life has changed forever. This time, you're gonna go to jail. This time was not like the other times. Because that's what I have. We have a habit of doing certain things, but they are habits. That's how you get caught up with your habits. Your habits will get you caught up. So they probably had a habit of doing this, but this time it was not the same. And so Sambos, now your life over. What? You gonna be a felon for a vape pen and an AirPod? And some of them, it wasn't even their AirPod, it wasn't even their vape pen. But then again, they be sharing vape pens, they be passing it around. So man, because they probably needed to use after school, and then they probably found out maybe this young man took it, maybe he didn't even take it, you don't even know. And then they whoop him because they don't have a vape pen that they could share. Anyway, I believe that's all I had to say about this situation. But this stuff is just the beginning. It's going to get even worse until something drastic happens, because nowadays, these people that have kids, because you can't even call them parents, they don't care, because they make work. Some people, they have to do 2, 3 jobs, stuff like that, and then by the time they get home, they're tired. But even if you're tired, you have to raise your children. Then you have some of them, they don't care. They chasing people man, they chasing people woman. They doing all kind of stuff. They on social media trying to please people. Y'all, I could go on for days. Anyway, I could go on for days because I have family members that work in the school, and these parents are, I can't curse, because I'm not supposed to curse, because if I can, I have a word for some of these people that have kids. They are not good. They are not good parents at all. But there's no perfect parents. There's no perfect parents. I was never no perfect parent. But some of these people, they ain't no good. They don't care. They don't care about these kids. And it's a shame. Nobody cares about these kids. Now look at them. And then they have to live with they made that choice. Because sometimes, even though you were not raised, even though nobody cared about for you, nobody did anything for you, nobody raised you and stuff like that, you got a conscience. Your conscience was telling you no. Your conscience was don't get into that. But they still decided to do it. So at the end of the day, it's still you. It's still on you. Anyway, that's all I had to say because I could go on for days. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.